father. I am not your father!
Stop! Please don't hurt my son. Hector! Please just stop! If you'd only let me tell you the story, you'd understand. Please let me tell you the story. For God's sake, Thomas, let's just tell the truth. For once and for all, we must get the secret out.
I should have done as you told me on the day he was born. Oh, don't you remember?
I remember everything. I was Thomas's assistant at the time.
I was a young and ambitious vet, just starting out.
I loved him dearly.
I loved her dearly. I hoped she'd marry me if I asked.
I was hoping he would ask me to marry him.
And there was a time or two when he would dance with me.
Her skin was so soft,
He was gorgeous and young.
And she would melt in my arms.
He would dance 5 hours or more.
But then we'd part at the door, and we kissed with no tongue. We made a promise to wait, and it was gonna be great.
I was developing a pheromone to increase birth yield in cattle.
It would have been a windfall for him had he succeeded.
We were working late in the laboratory one night.
And that's when the accident happened.
Oh!
It's no problem, really.
The pheromone was designed to be rubbed into the hide of the cattle to stimulate sexual arousal in the bulls.
But he had had no success with his experiments. In desperation, he explored beyond the bounds of accepted scientific practice. Into the bovine solution, he introduced the pheromones of a dozen other animals. Some endangered, some human. The result had properties greater and more universal than he had intended.
It was so beautiful.
Dr. Parker, what are you doing?
Love me, Meredith.
Thomas, no!
Dance with me, darling. Dance with me, darling. Love me, Meredith. Meredith, love me.
To say he took me would be romanticizing the act. To say he raped me would be unfair. He was beyond his own control, acting on an impulse of his own creation that I'm sure even he didn't understand. It was the most painful experience of my young life, but I did not know what was about to happen as I tried to walk back home. Bats were attracted to the pheromone. They did. They burrowed. They burrowed everywhere. They violated me. I ran. They followed me as I ran for home. I hope my parents would know what to do.
Dear God, Meredith! What's going on? Oh, my Lord! Bats, help me get them off her!
They told the bats release. Were they done with me? I looked up. The bats went after my parents!
The next morning, I found Meredith barely alive between the bodies of her parents. I took her to my home. I still loved her, though we were both so ashamed we couldn't look at each other. When I found 2 months after the incident that she was pregnant with my child, I begged her to marry me. I hoped she could love me again.
In my heart, I knew I could never love him again. But I wanted my child to have a father.
We moved to Hope Falls, where I was sure that with time we could put the horrors of the past behind us. But the true horror was yet to come.
Just one more push. That's it. Good. Wonderful. Congratulations, Meredith. You are the mother of a baby girl.
Oh, she's beautiful. Can I hold her?
Let's just get her cleaned up for you and... Wait a second. What's this? Hang on.
What is it?
Just give me one more little push, would you, Meredith? There seems to be something else.
What is it?
I'm not sure. It may just be the placenta. Oh my God!
bad child into the woods. I had put to sleep countless animals in my practice, so killing the thing shouldn't have been a problem. I hoped that this act would finally convince Meredith of the depths of my love for her. But I found that I couldn't do it. I felt in my heart that I'd be killing my own creation. Nonetheless, I couldn't take it to my home, to my wife, where it would serve as a reminder of the past we'd worked so hard to erase. So, I took you, and I left you at the mouth of a cave, where I was certain that time and predators would do what I couldn't do myself. And I was wrong.